Hey everyone, it's Jay with Everything Football USA, and today we'll be recapping Game Week 1 of the Premier League season and how it relates to our fantasy team. And we'll be looking forward to Game Week 2. I'll share how I'm planning for it and what changes you may want to consider as well. So, to start off with our recap, we did end with 48 points, which is below the 54 average points, so we didn't end up in about the 6 million-ish range in the overall rank, which is not great, but it's not a bad starting point. Certainly room for improvement, and I think our team will improve as the game weeks go on. And starting off with the positives, Regener's that 5.5 million pickup that I shared about last week certainly delivered. He got a goal and an assist in his opening match. He lurked. He put himself in great positions up front. His link-up play was great, and he just honestly played phenomenal. I'm surprised he didn't get a bonus point, but he played great. So certainly one to keep. He's already risen to 5.6 million, and according to this website, Fantasy Football Hub, he's gonna rise again in either today, tomorrow, or the next day. So he'll be going up to 5.7 soon. So that's something to consider if you're looking to add him to your team. You really want to do that very soon. And another positive, certainly Nuri, with that clean sheet and defensive contributions. He got two of those, and of course he got a bonus point. So phenomenal outing for him. And Pedro Porro did get that clean sheet with Tottenham, so that was good to see. And in terms of negatives, Palmer, certainly our captain, did not do well in his opening match. He blanked, right? And I think he'll improve in the coming game week. So just a tough outing for Chelsea in general. So I'm not too worried about him. Watkins, his team got a red card with Konsa getting sent off, rightly so, I think. And it was tough, right? Playing a man down. He should do better in the coming weeks, but maybe someone to monitor. Maybe someone will move eventually. And um, certainly another concern was Frimpong coming off right before the clean sheet. Hopefully that's not something that's a regular occurrence. Hopefully he does play the 60, 70 minutes at least. But he was playing well, putting himself in good positions. And the biggest red flag of all, Solanke. Richarlison started over him. Richarlison scored two goals, including one banger, overhead kick. And so that coupled with the PSG goal, like the goal against them, it's really hard to see Solanke starting at least next game week or the one after. Because as a manager, you're gonna play who's hot, right? And Richarlison's hot. Um, I think his price is also going to be rising soon if it hasn't already. So that was a big red flag for me. Um, so yeah. And in terms of the bench, they played as expected. I think they'll play better against other opponents. Eze might move to Tottenham. He did request that. They're working on it, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, so that's our game week one recap. I believe other than Solanke going down and Regener's going up, I believe Semenyo has already risen as well, and Holland is expected to rise in the coming days. So those are players you want to keep in mind if you're looking to make some changes. You want to get ahead of those price rises and price falls. At game week 2, and speaking of price risers, Chris Wood is one of those that potentially would rise if he hasn't already by the time I post this video. He scored two goals for Nottingham Forest, starting right where he picked off, right where he left off in 2025, and so honestly, I decided to go for him. I honestly should have just started with him. I had him in my initial draft, and then I removed him. Wasn't too sure. He's getting a little older, but clearly he still got it, and he's absolutely very smart with his runs, which is what makes him very dangerous. So I brought him in, and I took out Solanke right before his um, his price fall comes tomorrow. So that I feel like was a good move, so we don't lose value in our team. It was a free transfer, so no points lost, and I feel like Wood should do well in becoming coming game week, considering his fixtures, which I'll show on the screen here. So, yeah, I'm happy with that move being made. I did bring Salon in from the bench. Just since Aït is playing Tottenham, I wasn't comfortable playing him. Just Tottenham has historically been difficult for Manchester City, and I'll show some of the past results here, but it's just been difficult, right? It's always a team, even if Tottenham's struggling, they always find a way to to make it difficult for City. And so I don't expect a clean sheet there, so that's why I put him on the bench. I also don't expect a clean sheet for Tottenham, so Pedro Porro is also on the bench. I decided to play Dorju instead because he did play well for United in his opening game, and they play Fulham, who I think United should be able to dominate if they play how they played Arsenal. They actually played fairly well. Frimpong, starting him again against the Newcastle side that didn't look very good up front in their opening match. Continued to play Aina. He didn't play bad his first game. And of course, Wirtz, Gibbs White, Regenaires, all starting for me as they have good potential. Watkins should do much better against Brentford. And I am going to go ahead and stick with Cole Palmer as my captain. West Ham did not play well, right? Sunderland absolutely dominated them. Never seen a relegation side come in their first game of the season and dominate a already established Premier League side. West Ham looks like they're in trouble, honestly. They could get relegated for real. So we'll see how they do, but um, Chelsea should go in and be upset about their performance against Palace, and it'll show once they're out on the field. And I think Cole Palmer will be involved in some of those. So I'm sticking with him as my captain. He is my most expensive player, so really hoping that he pays off. But otherwise, you know, I feel like there's a good team moving forward. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah, let me know what transfers you all have made already, who you're looking to pick up, who you're dropping, or have dropped already. And feel free to comment your teams. Let me know where you're at in the overall rankings so we can, compare, see how you're doing. And yeah, let me know who impressed you the most out of game week 1 and who was the biggest disappointment. But yeah, that's all for now, and thank you for joining me. And I'll catch you next week with another recap for game week 2.